Hey, it's Rhonda, and you're listening to the Mint Penny. Today, we are talking about financial infidelity. And child, let me tell you, it's going on everywhere. Even people who make it seem like they got the perfect relationship, they got it going on up in there too, okay? Like, financial infidelity is so easy to be a part of. Like, what is it though, right? Basically, infidelity by itself is a bad word. Anything that got that word in it is a bad situation. I'm just going to put that out there like it just really is, right? So let's break it down real quick. What is financial infidelity? Basically, what it is when you have a couple, right? You got two people who are in a relationship, who live together, and they are not being honest about their money, about their debts, about their spending. They're hiding things. They're not being honest about what's going on in the pocketbook. That is basically financial infidelity. So how can you avoid it? So for starters, before you even move in together, right, you need to both sit down and be open about your financial situation. You got to be adults about this. We're not kids no more, man. You can't just go with the flow, okay? You got to move with purpose. Make your next move your best move, okay? So keeping in mind that money is one of the top reasons for divorce, you want to be open about your attitude in regards to money. And before that, though, I think you really got to be honest with yourself first. Like, before you could be honest with somebody else, you got to be honest with yourself about your spending habits. You got to be transparent about it. Because let's just be honest, like, a lot of us like to think that we are one way when it comes to money, that we're not. So when you're talking to your significant other, your man or your woman, about your finances and your attitude towards money and how you handle things, and they're giving you the side eye the whole time because they're looking at you like, please, I've seen you in action, honey. You are not like that. You might want to sit down and get correct with yourself first. But once you do that, then sit down and have that conversation before you join together your finances, okay? All right, so second, the reason you want to do this is because just agreeing to split the bills and then do whatever you want with the rest of your money is not building. It's not growing. As partners, you should be on the same team with your financial goals. So I know, I think we may have talked about this in a previous podcast before or touched on it in some kind of way, but a lot of times, you and the person that you with, y'all been dating for a while. Y'all been getting it in, And you like, man, I just really think we need to take it to the next level. Let's move in together, okay? And a lot of people just move in together. No, don't do that, okay? First of all, talk about these bills, baby, okay? Talk about the bills. Who gonna pay what, okay? Now, we talked about that before. You break down the bills, break down the responsibility. Who's going to do what, this and that, whatever. Okay, fine. You got that part down, but it don't stop right there, okay? The next step is we going to discuss what we're going to do with the money that we have left over, okay? So let's say that I make $2,000 a month after taxes, and you make $2,000 a month after taxes. And let's say all of our bills come to $2,000 a month. So I pay $1,000, you pay $1,000. I got $1,000 left over, you got $1,000 left over. Let's discuss what we're about to do with this extra money, boo, because just running around, just spending money all free willy-nilly, you is not prepared to do nothing else in the future for your relationship. If you're not married, y'all can't even really get married. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not. Because one might be financially secure or have a financial mindset, and the other person may not. So that's why you want to sit down and talk about your attitude towards money, right? And talk about, okay, we got an extra $2,000 in the house after we pay everything. What we going to do with it? Okay? Now, once you do that, you want to avoid fights in the future, right? So you want to set up a system that you both can mutually agree to for making large purchases. So basically, if you want to buy a boat, you don't just go buy it and then come home and be like, hey, baby, I bought a boat. What? No, don't do that, okay? Sit down, talk about it. Make up a system. If you spend anything over $500, then we got to talk about it. You know? I mean, just out of respect. It's respect, y'all. Have respect for your person. This is your person. Do not disrespect them. You go to sleep with them, you are completely vulnerable to them, okay? Jesus. Okay, so an example of this would be to have a set amount of free will money that each person can spend each month without having to consult the other, i.e., the $500. If I spend anything over $500, we got to talk about it. That go both ways, right? It goes both ways. A lot of people feel like they so controlling, or they feel like because they are, the breadwinner, or because they are a certain alpha type of personality or whatever, they don't have to fall in line with that, but they want you to fall in line with it. No, we both got to do it because we both building towards something, because we're not just in a relationship just so we can say we're together so we can stunt on ourselves, on our past selves, right? So we can be something together. Let's build, okay? Now, by doing this allows you both to have your financial freedom while still working as a team towards your financial goals, okay? Because nobody likes to feel constricted or restricted as to what they could do for their own self. Like, if I want to buy something for $10, I don't want to talk to you about it. I want to go get it. This is called building a budget. You got a personal budget. So I'm not saying everybody's the same amount, but if it's $500 a piece, once I pass $500, then let's talk. And I'm not saying like per item. I'm talking about for the whole month, $500. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what are the signs of financial infidelity. How can you recognize it? So first of all, these days, it's a lot easier to hide debt and excessive spending. Having options like online bill pay, having constant credit card offers coming in, having paperless bank statements sent to your email. Spouses aren't able to check up on you or in your statements like they used to back when everything went through the post office. And that was the only option. Like, it came in the mail, you opened it, you're like, oh my God, what is this? What have you been doing? What's this big old purchase? You didn't talk to me about it, blah, blah, right? So with those options, you got to be more transparent and you got to communicate. And we all know that communication is the number one thing that keeps a relationship afloat. It can either build you up or break you down. Okay? Having these options, though, it does allow a person to master debt, their habits, trips they may have purchased, purchases, etc. A telltale sign of this is like, let's say whenever you bring up finances in your relationship, your partner becomes withdrawn, they shut down, they become unresponsive to the conversation, or they may even start an argument. You may even have intimacy issues. If this happens, they're hiding something, okay? They're being financially infidelity, okay? A couple of ways that you can combat this is while trying to talk to them about it. You may have to do this on several different occasions, but you want to show empathy, right? You don't want to say you, okay? You want to show empathy. This is us. This is we, okay? You want to acknowledge as well. You want to acknowledge as well that You don't know everything. You're not a know-it-all. This is not an I told you so situation. You don't want to seem like you're coming down on them like a parent. You're partners. You're a team, right? So do not come at them like that. And depersonalize the situation. And depersonalizing the situation basically is coming clean about everything, right? And when you come clean, you just want to state the facts, okay? You want to get to the facts. You want to get to exactly what it is that was done, when it was done, how it was done, and so you can fix it, okay? Now, this is a hard conversation to have, and you may have to get a counselor involved or some type of mediator for the conversation because it can be rough. It can be real rough. But at the end of the day, whatever you do, do not accuse. And like I said before, gather all the facts and then discuss your priorities in that conversation, whether you have a third person in the room or not. Now, at this point, when you're doing all this, all of your accounts need to be accessible to both of you. So you can go through and analyze and discuss everything. So that way, you'll be able to come up with a solution that you both can agree to. And from here, you should be able to create a budget that you both are happy with. Or maybe not happy, but you can agree to it and be on the same page, All right, y'all. That's really all I got for that. Yep, that's all I got for it. Keep in mind, I know that I can't really speak to my own experience on this, but if you are in a relationship with somebody that always seems like they broke, but they always coming up with new stuff, y'all might need to have a conversation. If it's somebody that just real tight-lipped about their money, if y'all building together, what you building off of, right? If we in a relationship, we need to relate to each other. Isn't that like the base word of the word? You don't want to stay in the same spot forever. You can do that by yourself, right? So, anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. If you want to add anything to this, please do. Please add to this. Make a few comments. Let's have a discussion. Make sure you check this out. We are also on iTunes. We're on Spotify. I'm going to try to start loading this up to my Instagram as soon as I figure it out, so that everybody can get these episodes, honey. All right, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, share this with somebody that you feel like might need to hear it, right? This is information that I want to give everybody. I want everybody to benefit from this information because a lot of times we're going through this, but we don't even know, right? Like the description that I gave for the signs a person may exhibit, it's called stonewalling. I never heard that word before, but once I read it, I was like, oh, that's what it is. Get out of here. Ain't that something? And if you are the one that's being, who's being infidelity, is that a word? Fix your ways, okay? Not even just for your relationship, for yourself. You cheating on yourself, man. You are cheating on yourself. It might seem all fun and everything now until them debts start to pile up and you trying to fix your credit, and now you can't because you can't get that house you want or that car you want to take, that trip you want to take. I'm just saying, okay? All right, you guys. Peace. Have a good one.